And welcome to the SimmBros Pod. I don't think you're actually laughing.
No, I
laugh?
am every time because that time you usually look at me,
No.
but that time you just looked
Right.
right.
Yeah.
That's why I
look. I'm Chris.
Oh, I'm Cam.
And together, we're the SimmBros.
We're here to talk sports, people. I forgot to say this episode number 33. Larry Bird.
33.
Larry
Magic
Bird.
Johnson, 32. 34.
32.
Shaq, 34. We had
Yeah.
the same conversation last time.
Yes, we did.
Other famous 33s. We did this last time, or did we not do this
Dr.
last time?
J, I think. Was
So
either,
33 used to be the number, right?
it was either 3 or 33.
But now 3 is the number.
Like,
no, wait.
Hershey Hawkins, I think, was 33. And that's a name.
So what's the number now? Like, what's that number that everybody wants to be? 23?
No. I wouldn't
So is anybody 20? Like, AD is still 23, right?
I thought he was 3.
He's 3? Okay,
Did he
but
go back
was
to 23?
No, did he go back to 23?
I don't know. Maybe 1. I feel like 1's always sought after.
Oh, because you're like the number 1 pick?
I don't know.
Coop's number 1. Oh, I didn't know the Lakers player.
Cooper Fleck?
Yeah, isn't he? What's his number?
He's like 32.
Oh, he is 32?
Pretty sure.
Oh, he was 1 at Duke. That's why. That's the only reason why I knew.
because he couldn't be 32 because Leitner said, I'm not retiring this number.
Why do people like 32? Why do they like those numbers?
30, I mean, Magic.
Yeah,
Shaq,
but
I guess.
why?
Who?
I feel like I'm always a single digit
Coop's
guy.
a Celtics fan. Who's 32 on the Celtics?
Some guy. They would have everybody.
Well, Tommy Heinsohn? Speaking of numbers, name a year.
1972.
1972. The Lakers beat the Knicks in... I think it was in 5. Lakers beat the Knicks in 5. Maybe 7. Wilt was the MVP.
Oh,
Jerry West got his first ring.
so is that what we're doing today?
He's 1-9, by the way.
Yeah. At least he got 1. Isn't Elgin Baylor over, or did he win?
He technically retired in the middle of that year.
Why did he do that?
I think his body was breaking down. That was a really different type of body. I mean, you're doing this for $15K a year.
Oh, in Converse shoes.
Yeah. Oh,
Are you driving places trying to fly commercial?
You're lucky if you get Converse shoes.
Dude, that's crazy. Like, when you think about it, how much sports has changed as far as like the stuff these athletes get.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know if you saw the conversation, Max and Rich Paul. They were talking about how good would Michael Jordan be in today's NBA.
Wow.
I actually want to know. Like,
well,
what do you think?
Was it that much? So I'm gonna say, was MJ that much far off what they are now? Like, they were taking charters at that point, right? Or were they not?
What do you mean taking charge?
Charter planes. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because so it's not like it was in like they're flying commercial like
right.
Shaq was when he started his career. Or no, not Shaq. Did Shaq say he was?
Shaq was
I
after
know. Obviously, I know.
Wait, so what are you talking about?
I'm not sure. I think
Okay.
Shaq might have said.
Would MJ be as good as he was back then? Would it be better? Would it be worse?
What's
Would
the
it be the same?
factors then you're asking about? Like, that's what I mean. I thought you were talking about like
basically
people are better. Or
basically, like, is MJ transcendently good where it doesn't matter what era you put him in? He's just the best, or was it he was so much better than everybody else in that era, and everybody has caught up to him now, and he wouldn't have been as good in today's NBA?
I think it's fair to say that, but at the same time, I don't think like someone had to be that guy.
Oh, 100%.
So that's what I mean. Like,
What's your take though? You're politicianing this. You're skirting the question.
I would say it's fair to say that there are more players who are like MJ now in the league now, but also I would say that it took a lot to be that first person.
Oh, 100%.
Like, so that, but what I was saying was like the difference in like how NBA teams and how teams now are like getting to places, charter planes, like we were talking about, like that's what I was talking before, like just the quality of life of an athlete. We think the athlete, like it was great, like what we see right now, but like back then
it was not.
It was not like you had to get a second job or like you had to fly coach. Like it wasn't like this glamorous lifestyle that you see now.
Yeah, it was wrong.
So that's why I think it's just super interesting to think about.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it is interesting. Look, I think MJ. People are saying DeMar DeRozan in today's NBA.
That's not. Come on.
I think he'd be a lot better.
Let's be better
than DeMar DeRozan. However, if we're talking about like transcendently good, I'm not so sure.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because he was so much better than everybody else in the 1990s. In the 80s and 90s, he was just so much better. I don't think that the talent in the 80s and 90s compares at all to the talent in the 20s today.
That's fair. Yes.
Like, I think that's really what it is. I think MJ would still be one of the best, if not the best, in the league right now. But when we're talking about like unreal, untouchable MJ, I just don't think so as much. I don't think so.
I think he could, Like, yeah, I think he's more of a guy now. He doesn't really do anything super special. I mean, he's an athlete, obviously,
Yeah,
but like,
ultimate athlete.
yeah,
Like
but like, it's
he'll
not
be,
like him shooting like Steph or something like
no,
that,
he'll
right?
be
Yeah.
great. But again, we're talking about all time.
So you think anybody? So who playing now would be MJ or better? Steph?
Who playing now would be? Oh, back then?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, well, that's the thing. It's like, would Steph's offense be allowed in the 80s and 90s
Yeah.
basketball? Like, because there are probably some great shooters back then who just, if they had the opportunity to shoot like Steph, it'd probably be a different ballgame.
Yeah.
Right? So, I don't know. What do you think?
I would say, I think KD would be interesting because he's so tall with his shooting ability.
Mhm.
So I think that would be like, what is going on? I think even then, it would be, like you said, it'd be easier for KD, even though he was big, to take more like mid-range shots and threes as opposed to like Steph shooting 40-footers every game. So I think that is something that I think KD would go in and be like generational for sure.
Okay.
Even more because like right now it's kind of, he's great, obviously, but just like all these other things that are going on in his career right now, it's like you don't really feel like he has made an impact that he has.
Yeah.
And one question that I saw was like, who do you think NBA currently, like career, will change? Will like legacy will change for better or for worse in 10 years?
I saw that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was an interesting question.
Yeah.
I think KD's right up there for me.
You think in 10 years his legacy is going to drastically change?
It could change. Yeah, I think it could change.
In like, how could it get any more negative?
I think it's still getting negative. You don't think so?
I mean, look, he'll always be considered one of the top.
Yeah.
I think he'll always be a top 50 player. In 10 years, he'll still be a top 50. He's a top 25 guy now. In 10 years, he'll be a top maybe 30 player, right?
Fair.
Like, I mean, it's KD. If we, like, again, like the other ones were the guys who really haven't proven so much. Like Luka, I think, is a great example of a guy who's like, we're all saying this guy's, he's right now, he's next, he's the future, but he really hasn't done anything. And so if everything goes poorly for him in the next 10 years, I can definitely see that conversation like, dang, remember Luka?
Yeah.
What happened to Luka?
So I think, but Luka's done more than Wemby and Ant.
Right, but so yeah, I agree. I also will say that like those guys haven't been in the league for as long,
That's fair.
and they also are already looking better than he is at a younger age.
Interesting. They are looking better than he is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think they're both way better than him in the NBA right now. I would have both those guys ahead of Luka in terms of just like top 10.
So Jokic, Shea, Giannis, Wemby, Luka, Wemby, Ant, Luka. Is that where you go?
I would go there. Yeah. I might even put Wemby over Giannis, but other than that, yeah.
See, I don't know if Wemby's that good yet.
He is.
But he have you looked at his numbers?
No,
like
no. It's not the numbers. It's not. Look at Luka's numbers. They're fantastic. And tell me it's all about the numbers for Luka.
No, it's not.
It's not. Sometimes it's not the numbers. You got to watch the game. I mean, when you see a Spurs game, every single shot is affected. And that's unreal. Nobody else does that. I haven't seen that in a while. Like, you can't go in the paint on this guy.
Yeah, every shot's altered.
Every single shot inside the three-point line is altered. That's unreal. So sometimes, yes, he might not have a 30, 40, 50-point game like Luka might, but I'm telling you, like, his impact is felt way more with his team because, like, I mean, how good is the Spurs team really? Are they that good?
They're not great. They didn't think they were going to compete this year.
But that's what I'm saying. But they're like 41 and whatever.
They have a chance at the 1 seed. They really do.
100%. And it's because of what Victor Wembanyama. Everything else works around him. And like Luka is fantastic, but the Lakers team also was not very good. And he's not making them better.
So what I'll say is
making all these guys better.
Maybe the thing is that Wemby is better at least like adapting to the team that's around him. I think Luka was dropped into it. And it's not the team that he needs. But maybe the thing is though that Luka needs more of it. Like he's a player that needs more of a team as opposed to like someone like LeBron or whatever, like who can just kind of make the team around him or just like mold with the team a little bit.
And I still think even LeBron kind of needs the team.
But you always remember he was talking about like those 3 shooters and everything, right? Like he needs his like corner wing, corner shooters.
LeBron and Giannis is kind of a similar thing. It's just like, I'm gonna drive, give me the ball, everybody just spot up and play defense.
Yeah,
like that's the team you want to build around them. It's like Wemby. It's like, just give me a kind of facilitating point guard and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like we actually will be okay. So that's why I know the Spurs team's going to get even better. Wemby's going to get even better. Dude, I really think he's going to be like, he has the potential. I don't know how many people have the potential to be top 10 in the NBA all time who are playing right now,
Outside of Jokic?
Jokic has the potential, and
Yeah.
he probably is already top 10, if not.
Really?
I definitely am
do you
willing
not
to
think
have
he
the
needs
conversation.
another shot?
He does. He probably does need another ring.
Just for because
like,
if you're watching, I think you're right. But like just for like it's gonna be long term longevity. People gonna be like, well, how good really was he?
No,
right?
he was that good. He really
No,
was.
I know he
right,
was.
Right. It's just like when you compare him to like a guy, I guess probably Shaq or Hakeem. You know, Hakeem's got 2 MVPs, or sorry, 1 MVP, 2 rings, 2 Finals MVPs. Shaq has 1 MVP, 3 Finals MVPs, 4 rings, and it's just like Jokic got 3 MVPs. Could have easily had a couple more.
Not gonna have it this
1 Finals MVP, 1 ring. If he gets 1 more, it's like, listen, that like 3 MVPs is a kind of a crazy conversation.
Yeah,
when you consider the type of,
and it should have been 3 straight.
Kobe has 1.
1.
Steve Nash got 2.
So do you agree that Michael? Listen to Bill. Michael said he should. Michael should
then,
have 9 MVPs. Right. I don't know that.
Well, then LeBron should have had 12, and Kobe should have had 6.
Yeah,
like sure,
I agree.
If that's how we're gonna do it, then that's how we're gonna do it. Like sometimes, yes, I do know that the '97 one was unbelievable.
Was it really bad?
I remember it hearing like this.
Is it they had to give something to Carl? Is that what happened?
It basically was just like it was close, and I guess MJ didn't like. I don't know if he like really overperformed since previous years.
Oh, so that he was just playing the same way he was.
And then again, he was mad, so they beat him in the finals. So, it was literally like he said, "That's all I needed." He said in the doc, which is great.
Yeah, great doc.
Top 5 docs.
I saw someone watching that. That was a great time.
You know, top 5 docs. Let's go.
Top 5 docs.
Sports docs.
Okay.
I get Last Dance for sure.
That was a great watch. And you know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like MJ, I don't know what he does, man, but like it worked out to be in the perfect time. No, I don't know. Again, this will never happen again. There's no sports going on at all.
COVID.
The thing wasn't supposed to come out until like June, right? And they fast-tracked it to come out during. And we needed that.
Yes,
like the world needed Last Dance more than people thought. The world. There was no sports song.
No.
How did he make that happen?
No, he made it happen. It was. I mean, look, everybody. First of all, he didn't make it happen. All the editors who had a lot more free time made it happen.
Well, no, sorry. I'm just saying, like, I was saying, how do you make COVID happen? So so he could just be. It
was an event every week. I mean, I know at least our family did. And I know a lot of other families.
As a family,
because it's not even just about sports. Like our mom doesn't love sports.
No,
but
she was right there with us.
It's about mentality. It's about like history. It really was like a moment in time.
Because we weren't alive. No, so we had no idea what was happening.
No idea.
Yeah.
And so it was an amazing documentary. Definitely top 3, maybe top 1 if I'm forgetting some. I gotta throw.
I got a couple in me.
The Comeback, the Boston Red Sox documentary, 3 episodes. I mean, utter genius. It was beautiful. In a way, it was beautiful. It should have never happened, the actual comeback, but it did. And one of the best sports documentaries to cover that. Loved it.
That was a great one. Glad I watched it. Again, was alive for it, but I had no idea what really happened.
No idea.
I knew they came back from 3-0, and the only team to come back from 3-0. And it's just crazy how things can happen. One steal of a base can change the way like everything happens. So
Doc Roberts,
Dave Roberts with a steal and everything from there. So that was a great one. I was looking. That was the only 2 I had. Is there any other?
You said you have more.
No, that's honestly that's the only one I had. I'm looking right now. I had no prep.
You literally said I have a couple more.
Yeah, but I was lying.
Yeah. You've been lying a lot.
I have no prep.
Name another year. Name a year after.
Is this what we're doing?
Name a year after 1995.
Why? 2012.
2012. Okay. So 2012, LeBron and the Heat beat the Thunder in 5. The Thunder actually won game 1, but the Heat won 4 straight. LeBron's first ring. He was a Finals MVP. And then also in 2012, that's when the Ravens beat the Niners 34-31 in the blackout game.
Hey, he's not looking at his phone, by the way.
Oh, no.
Wait, so you can do both. You can do both at this point?
I think I can only do like 90. That's why I said 95 and up.
You can do both Super Bowl champion, Finals MVP, and Finals winner. Could you do Finals games?
Yes, I think so. Wow. Name another year.
2021. Okay, well, what'd you snap at me for?
So, yeah. Giannis and the Bucks beat the Phoenix Suns 4-2. The Suns actually won the first 2 games of that series. People forget. Bucks
was it on the road or when it was at home?
I don't know.
I think I forgot.
I know it was the Suns won at home because the Bucks won Game 6 at home.
Okay, yep.
Giannis was the MVP, and in 2021, that was
come on.
Hey, sorry, there's a lot. Come on, that's when the Rams beat the Bengals 23-20. Cooper Kupp was the MVP. He had 2 touchdowns.
See, when you put it in the small thing, like the little, he got 2 touchdowns.
Really, like, come on, like I got to go through a Rolodex.
See, it's crazy. Like, so I'll tell you this: like, you're insane as far as like thinking about it, but like even my friends, like when I was talking to Ethan and I was telling him about like. He said he went to Warriors Spurs like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah. Like, he's like, they didn't play great. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember they had a great third quarter. The Spurs did. They outscored them about like 32 points. Yeah. And he was like, and I was like, yeah, they just played the Lakers the day before. That's why. He's like, Wemby didn't look too good. I was like, yeah, they just played the Lakers the game before. And that was when Wemby had like the 37 points in the first half or whatever. He was like, I should know that. I was like, I don't even know how I know that.
You don't even know that you know
it.
No,
you know way more. Yeah, that's the thing.
You don't even register it. It's just and that's also how you know ball. It's just, dude, I saw this yesterday. Like, this is why this happened. Everything just makes a lot more sense the more you watch.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm like, I actually really can't wait till we're like 40 and we're talking about these games like, oh yeah, it's just like when the Spurs played Lakers. Like, yeah, it's just like, and it was just 18 years ago it happened, and
it's like, how do we know this?
Yeah.
What else do you want to talk about? NCAA?
Yeah, what you got?
Is anyone going to beat Duke? So here's a good question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have we seen a change in the NCAA to the point where there really can't be upsets anymore? Like, we're not going to be able to see these 8 seeds get to the Final Four. We're not going to be able to really even get to see these 10 seeds in the Sweet 16 or Elite 8. Are we done with that?
I got a take on that. We are not done with that.
Why don't you think
so? Because at the end of the day, when UMBC beat Virginia, name anybody on UMBC.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
No. So that's what literally is what I'm saying. It's like there was nobody good on these bad teams that got upset these great teams. And yes, these good teams have gotten better. It's a 1-game sample size. But we forget that anything can happen. And I know nothing happened last year, and I think because of that, and people including
nothing's gonna happen this year.
People including me are like, oh, no one's gonna lose this year. And look, I don't expect any 1 seeds to lose, but we're gonna see some upsets because that's just how 1-game sample sizes work. If it was 7-game series, there'd be no upsets, and it'd be boring. That's why
I'm not gonna see any. I'm not gonna say we're not seeing any upsets, but are we really gonna see the Cinderellas, deep runs? That's my question.
Well, okay.
I'm not saying a 12 over a 5 or like an 11 over a 6.
Deep run is a deep run, maybe not.
Yeah, but what I was saying was, so like, yes, I think there still will be 11-6 upsets, 12-5, maybe even 13-4.
First of all, we're not going to address the audience.
What happened? The light went off.
The light went off. So technical difficulty. We have to address. We have to let the people know what happened.
You go right through. You roll right through.
Bill does not roll right through. We always had some difficulty.
That's you say like I was gone for like 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Okay, but
anyway.
So what I was saying was that I think the reason is that there won't be any deep upsets like the VCUs making it or, the Loyola Chicago's, right? Is because the difference was that those teams were able to grow with each other, and we're never going to see that anymore. And that goes with what I was just saying with.
So yeah. Oh, so you think like
the senior night?
Yeah. So would you say that these older guys, these worst teams, they like if someone's ever slightly good, they'll just dip?
The worst team is just becoming a minor league team, in my opinion.
Right.
Like the mid majors, what made them so like I'm saying, what made them so cool was that hey. 1 seed Kentucky, all you freshman 5-stars are going up against a 13 seed who has played together for 5 years.
Well, you almost had it.
What?
1 seed Kentucky going up against.
You never know. It could happen.
I guess it could happen like round 6.
Yeah, it could happen. Like, sorry, but that's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Like, that is exactly what you don't get. Where, like, that team, even though they're like worse, they're old men. They're older, right? That was the whole thing why like freshmen never won, because they go up against older teams who have played together. Like they've been through the Ohio Missouri Valley Conference, whatever, right? Like a couple years they've lost, but now they're here. This is their moment, and we're not going to get that anymore. And that's either good for the sport or bad, because like obviously you want the best teams in the Final Four so you get the best games.
Yes,
but also at the same time it keeps people interested. Is those upsets?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think
like last year was just an example.
When you look at the Grant Nelsons who were at South Dakota State,
exactly.
Xavier Lee,
Princeton, Xavier Lee,
yeah, another guy, just like Princeton. He could have stayed there for his 4th year, but he went to Florida. interesting. You never know. So I that is a good point. I actually wasn't thinking about it that way. I was thinking about it the other way, where these basically like these great players are staying on, or they're going to these better teams.
Yeah, but so that's just making better teams better, right? Isn't that what it's doing?
Yeah.
So how are we going to get to a point where like we're gonna have that parity? Is it just gone forever? Like,
it's not
does
gonna,
something happen?
No, the only way it's literally not gonna happen
Unless there's like a salary cap for every
salary
team?
cap, but then also it just needs more talent in the pool. So like maybe more European players,
I
because
mean, it's hard to have more talent when there's 375 schools.
I
or
agree.
whatever.
So all the talent has just been, it's more concentrated to the top now.
Do you think they would ever like the SEC is thinking about doing whatever, like the SEC and Big 12 or Big 10, like branching off into making their own like super league where like so only these like 30 teams can make the tournament and that's it?
Oh no, I hope not. I really hope not, because look, I actually don't care. Like at the end of the day, yes, the great teams are great, but at the end of the day, anybody can win any game. And I know it's not likely, but any team can win any game. And I think that if we start, cutting off these teams who have a chance to win some of these games, even though they might not have a real chance to win the tourney, it's just like that's not fun for anybody. Keep it 64 teams, 68, whatever, and then kind of work from there. I think there are going to be more upsets this year. That's all I'm going to say.
That's a good question. Can you keep talking? Because I want to find something. I want to find some numbers.
Okay.
So you can talk through about like what you think. Because I want to find like, I'm looking right now at like what the average margin of victory by one seeds were last year versus years prior.
It was significant.
Because like I felt like we were showing the Florida game. Like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah. The one seeds were cooking, I will say, which was disappointing. AU almost made it. Shout out AU.
No,
Shout out the Eagles. One game away.
Yeah, but you were losing by like 17 to a team that Duke beat by 60.
One injury away. That was it. But look, I mean, like 16 seeds. I mean, look it up. But 16 seeds have never really had close games with one seed, besides the 2 times that they lost.
That's true.
It's really never been close, really. So I guess it was by a lot more last year, but
it just felt like last year was like the one seeds weren't gonna lose.
Yeah.
So
and they really shouldn't. Again,
is that the point? Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that that's what I'm saying? Is that the point?
Yes. Like in the history of March Madness, which I don't know how long March Madness in and of itself is, 64 teams has been around.
Yeah.
At least I think since 2002. It's happened twice.
Yeah.
And there's 4 times, 24, 96 games.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 96 times it's happened. And so at the end of the day, that's what it's supposed to happen.
So last year, the average margin of victory for the entire round of 64 was 16.7 points, the largest ever for an opening round.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So the average one seeds win by 24.36 points. Last year was 32, highest ever. So, and it's been consistently going up every single year. 2024, so wow. So 2018, 7, because Virginia lost. 2023, 13, which is the low. And then with all teams, Purdue lost. And then so 2024, 19, and then 2021, 28, and then 2025, 32. So it it's been kind of like different.
Was the math wrong?
No, it just didn't go in order. I thought it was going in order.
Oh.
But yeah, 32 is the highest ever.
Yeah.
So something to think about in that case, as far as like
it is
having either, because like it takes out the fun of it. And I'm not saying the 1 versus 16, but even like I guess the 1 versus 8 were kind of close last year.
Yeah. I mean, UConn almost smoked them. I predicted them. I predicted UConn.
And I guess Creighton Auburn was close too.
That was closer than it should have been.
Yeah.
So look, maybe it's not happening as much in the first round. God forbid it happens in the second round. I still love March Madness. Even the 1 seeds in the 16, those games are not supposed to be close.
That's true.
The 2-15 are not supposed to be close. And if it does happen once every, 3 or 4 or 5 years, like we talk about it forever and ever, because that's how rare it is. I was doing some these are some Trump hand signals.
Could you see it this year? I'm asking. Of 2-15, you still don't think it's possible? I guess you could never see it.
No, I never will see it. And that's what makes it so great. And I think that's exactly.
You look at the score, you're like, oh, why? Okay, end of the first half, it's like a 2-point game. Okay, and then it's like under 16, it's like a 1-point game, or like whatever they're losing. It's like, oh, Under 12, it's
getting
like
tight.
once it gets under 12, then I get scared.
And we've been doing this series of. First of all, everybody check out SimmBros, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We've been doing a series.
My God,
we've been doing a series of upsets, and I've been, when you do it, I'm sure you've seen the same thing. You see the different types of upsets. Like there are some upsets where it's games are close till the end, and then the lower seed pulls away somehow, and you're like, wow, that was crazy. You see upsets where, I mean, the favorite, the higher seed lost in the beginning of the game.
Losing, yeah.
That's
a rare one.
Stephen F. Austin smoked them.
Yeah.
Virginia really against UMBC. We haven't gotten.
They weren't in the game at all.
They lost by 20.
Yeah.
They lost by 20.
So they were trailing the whole game.
Yes.
Once Virginia starts to trail, it's tough.
Exactly, and especially with that the way that they played. So yeah, there's some times where it's just like, the guy said, the more I look at Purdue, the more I think we could beat them. I love that. I love that. The FDU coach said that. I love that.
That game was close. It wasn't like they beat them.
No. That was close. And look, they're all gonna be. I mean, except for that other one.
Yeah.
God, Virginia, number one overall seed.
They won the next year. Were they number one overall seed back-to-back years?
Okay, then maybe not.
No, they were number one overall seed.
I thought they were number one overall.
They were the number one seed for sure. They might have been number one overall. That was when the Duke Virginia games were great.
Zion.
Those are games like, oh man,
yeah,
like, those are real.
No, must watch TV.
Now the Duke Virginia, it's like they win by 30, even though Virginia's number 11. Like,
people aren't going to Virginia anymore. What? Because Bennett, maybe.
I just think it's like you need money. Like that's the thing. You need money, and it's unfortunate when you're like a public institution. You don't have like a public institution like Virginia that's much more. It's still like they're sports focused, but they're still academics focused. It's not as much as like
Florida.
Forgive me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Florida, like Kentucky, right? Like they're not known for their academics, right? So it's like the other places.
This guy said, "Forgive me if I'm wrong."
Yeah. So they're not. But like Virginia is like much more school academics, and sports is important, but like it's not as important as an SEC school.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, like, my question to you is, like, I think Duke, for sure in basketball, should move conferences. Like if they lose again this year, I think it's time to have a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, isn't the SEC actually closer?
Technically, Southeastern Conference?
Right.
I'm not sure. Yeah, because they have to go up to, like, Syracuse, they have to go to New York. So I'm not sure.
Even Virginia's not that close, right?
No, it is. It's super close.
It's really?
Yeah, the flight's like 35 minutes, I remember.
Well,
yeah,
get out.
It's really close.
Get out of town. Wait, no, it's not.
I remember doing it. It's really quick.
How long was my flight to Duke? Oh, it's like an hour.
It's really quick. Yeah, it's really quick.
Fair enough.
You weren't in a charter. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, do they have to switch conferences?
Yeah, probably.
Because like,
but then it's just ACC is just what? It's just nothing. And then,
but I mean, that's what's going to happen. The ACC is going to be a conference that just doesn't matter.
And then
anymore.
Duke football is going to get cooked. Those guys are ready. They're not ready for SEC football. I don't know if they. I don't know. No. Stop it. Like,
didn't they were really close to making the bowl game this year. Oh no, sorry, making the playoff.
Because they almost won in the ACC. Yeah, okay, look, you got to beat teams like Miami and Virginia and Louisville. Like, those are solid teams. It's not Georgia. Come on.
I'm just saying for Duke's sake, if it happens again,
Georgia.
Yeah.
SEC
fine,
football.
Whatever. Yeah, great. But like
lose by
so again, what's the moneymaker? I guess is football still the moneymaker?
I think it is, yeah.
Really?
No,
so
then
that's what I'm saying, at least like for Duke's sake, they need to do more what they did like Michigan games in the middle, right? Like
yes.
Because these games aren't even close.
And I think that actually is going to benefit them because I mean, like you saw last year, the Cooper Flag year, they played all their good games in the beginning. Yeah, they won some, they lost some, whatever.
They actually lost like a couple when it was like, and then they have never had to play that type of game
Kentucky,
ever.
some weird losses.
Kansas, or something.
Kansas,
slipped.
Slipped, choked, whatever.
Oh,
yeah. However you look at it, but either way, and those games had in the beginning, and then they beat every team by 40, and then finally, when they get a competitive game, they're even beating teams by 40 in the tournament. Finally, get into a competitive game, they don't know how to win. Up 6. I mean, we were looking up 6 with 35 seconds left in the game. I mean, you win that game 99 times out of 100.
Sharp hits the 3 right there.
All you have to do, first of all, he shouldn't have hit the 3.
Why?
But if he did,
I think they talk about the
but
switch.
if he did hit the three, great. Get the ball in, hit your free throws. That game's over. That game is over. Because then they have to hit probably 2 or 3 more threes
just for a chance.
Got
to keep fouling. Got to hit tough
shots.
But
now you don't know how to inbound the ball. You have no play to get everybody open. Shire's just like, okay, here we go. We'll do this, I guess. And Coops just posted somebody up, reverse posted him. And then Sion just threw him the ball.
You're not throwing the ball over him. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you have no space, especially when you're under the basket.
That game against Houston, we watched it again. It was unreal. Shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I don't know. We'll see. And I think the last thing to talk about is like NCAA wise is like NBA draft talent in these games. You make a good point about that when you're like thinking about who's going to win bracket wise. We'll talk more about the bracket next week. But like you say, whenever a team has an NBA guy, like they're a team to watch, even if they're like a lower seed.
Gotta watch them. And John Morant taught me that because the Murray State, John Morant was on that team. He was cooking. Supposed to be number 2 overall pick, basically all year. And above RJ Barrett, by the way, who had a great college
season.
Was it
always all year?
Yes.
Really?
Maybe not all year, but like a good portion of the year. And I was like, why is this guy number 2? I remember I never really saw too many Murray State games.
Yeah, but I don't think you did. I don't think any of us did.
No, right. And so I was just like, okay, like Murray State doesn't seem all that good. I don't think this Jaw guy is all that good either. And so I picked Marquette, the 5 seed, over 12 seed Murray State. And of course, Ja literally brought him to a victory because great players, if you're going to get drafted top 5, you're pretty good at basketball. Yeah. Like, you'll get a win, which is why I think BYU, even though they're going to be really bad, they're going to get a win.
Yeah.
Like, again, Ben Simmons, he didn't even get him in a tournament.
Yeah.
So, and that should have been all you needed.
And he was also, like, academically ineligible.
Yes.
Like, how do we know this guy was not going to pan out?
That's really all you needed to know. So that's why I'm saying, like, AJ's going to get a win. Dan's going to get him a win. Obviously, Boozer and all those guys. Wilson 4.
Yeah, UNC's
he might slip, maybe.
They said a 5.
So who would be 4? Acuff? Flemings?
I mean, Acuff. I think Acuff could bring him to the Sweet 16 off 2 big games.
Yeah,
because they're going to be like a 6.
I think they only would need. I think 2 big games from Acuff would bring them to the Elite 8 because they're not going to need a big game in round 1
against the 11.
Right?
You don't think so?
I don't think they're going to need a big game. Yes, would they want
one against the 3?
Why not? Let's have some fun.
Wow,
let's have some fun. Purdue, Illinois.
No. So Arkansas versus
Nebraska, like or whatever.
Oh yeah, they're beating Nebraska. There's no chance.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm having that easy over Nebraska.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, first of all, I sent you a video on how we're gonna make our bracket. By the way, it's gonna be really.
It was
fun.
Gary Parrish. You don't listen to Eye on College Basketball?
No,
I started listening to it now to get myself.
Look at this guy.
You should listen to it.
I actually really will.
Eye on College Basketball.
But either way,
shout out GP, Matt Norlander. You guys, you don't know about that. See, I lock it. Ben Verlander. You watch YouTube videos. I listen to pods. That's the difference.
God forbid.
I don't even know what else to talk about. So like,
all right, let's take a quick break, and we're back. Name another year. Name another year.
2024.
Okay, yeah. Well, name a year a little bit earlier. Make me think.
2002.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so 2002. That the Lakers beat the New Jersey Nets. Shaq won his 3rd straight Finals MVP. They beat him in 5. Richard Jefferson, Jason Kidd. They lost to Kobe. And in 2002, the Raiders lost to the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. John Gruden. Oh yeah, look at you! This guy figured it out.
That's all I knew.
John Gruden, former Raiders coach, first-time Bucs coach, won his first and only Super Bowl. Anyway.
Jason Tatum's back.
Jason Tatum is back.
You look pretty good. Played 27 minutes.
If you're an East team, if you're a fan of an East team, you should be very worried. I'm not gonna lie, because he fit in a little too seamlessly. It really wasn't that much of a disturbance.
No,
which is what we all hoped for, and it's only going to get less disturbance. Full
domestic disturbance.
Okay. It's only going to get. It's only going to become more seamless over time. So yeah, call it right now. Who's making out of these?
Cleveland
over Detroit and Boston.
I think Detroit might lose first round. I'm gonna say if Detroit plays Charlotte, I don't know.
Okay, let's.
I don't know.
Fair. That is no.
I don't know about that one.
Look.
I think anybody else, if they don't want to, they're gonna pray they get this. Charlotte gets the 7.
Okay,
correct.
That is very fair. I'm gonna throw a couple more at you. Let's just say Charlotte's out of the equation, right? It's just Detroit, Boston, New York, and Cleveland, right?
Well, the semifinals.
Right,
okay.
top 4. Let's say New York versus Detroit.
Yep.
Boston versus Cleveland. Who wins and in how many? Cleveland and Detroit are home court.
I would still take the Knicks in 7.
Okay.
And then I would also take
winning in Little Caesars.
Yes.
Okay.
Little Caesars. I'm surprised you knew the name.
Look at that.
I'll take the Knicks in 7, and then I would also take the Cavs in 6. I think I'll take the Cavs in 6. I still want to see how Tatum looks in a little bit.
Waterward down the road.
How is he going to look in a crunch time game? Is it going to be the Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum? What's that going to happen? How's that going to work?
It will be interesting.
Does Jaylen Brown still, even though he's a professional, does he low-key resent the fact that Jason Tatum came back?
Yeah, because he's from the Hollywood Hills.
Like, does he low-key not like him, right? Like, does he low-key always think he's better? I mean, he think he does, right? So,
he does.
So does that kind of like malfunction the team? Vucevic also just got hurt, so
probably for the best.
He'll be out for a month. They have no bigs though. They only have Keita.
It's not like he was a big.
He was playing spot minutes. Good when he needed to play backup center. Can shoot it. Come on.
He's all right.
Come on, man. So that's what I would
take. He'll be a good piece going forward, but it's not like he was.
I would have Knicks Cleveland, and then on that one I would have. See, the only team. The teams Cleveland can beat are soft teams. So I think the Knicks, they have Mitchell Robinson, but Cat is going to play a majority of the center. And like with Mitchell, but like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley don't play well against good centers. But again, they're not playing against a good center. I guess Cato would be, but he's not good enough, right?
Like
he's not like if they played Detroit, I think that Duran just gonna. I mean, 36 and 18 against them on my fantasy team. So
here we go.
So yeah, I think Detroit. They haven't proved it yet, and they can't shoot well enough. I saw something on their half-court offense being bad.
It's rough.
Like the best team, the teams that win a championship all had like a top 10 half-court offense. They're at 18 right now. You can't be that bad.
When you look at it, it's like Cade's gonna miss whatever shot he's gonna take.
You saw his true shooting.
Asar is not gonna shoot the ball. Duncan Robinson, he'll hit every once in a while. Like Duran will make his inside shots, but like.
LeVert off the bench, Collins.
Tobias Harris putting every other shot up. It's just like, what are we?
He was pretty good last year, remember? I was rooting for the Pistons against the Knicks. He was in the playoffs.
I needed more from him.
So would you have Boston come out of the East?
No, I would say I'm between Detroit and Cleveland. But then I'm also like, I want New York to make it. I think that would that would be great for everybody. I think I like when Madison Square Garden is rocking, like. Those playoff games were intense, and I love that environment.
They can enjoy the conference finals.
That's the furthest they'll make it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I got Detroit and Cleveland. I'm between those two. But I probably would also be leaning Cleveland, which is weird, seeing D. Mitch and Harden in the finals.
You think they get smoked by OKC?
Whoever.
Or Denver? It doesn't matter.
San Antonio, Lakers, whoever makes it
Luka Classic 22 points at the end of the first quarter. They only have.
Do you want to talk about that?
They have 35 points.
You could do that. 35-25.
Yeah, and 35-27.
I'm a little behind. Luka, his first quarter. Everybody talks about how many points he has in the first quarter. We talked about this, but it actually is very disappointing. He should not be hunting his shot in the first quarter. He has 48 minutes if he wants to hunt his shot. Nobody else has 48 minutes to hunt their shot on the Lakers. Point. And so at the end of the day, just. Give everybody else the opportunity to get hot, to feel, to like Marcus Smart. The Lakers needed him to hit 2 big shots in clutch time yesterday against the Denver Nuggets, and he missed both of them. Look, I'm not saying that he didn't get the opportunity to shoot the ball in the first quarter, but like
3 or 4, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So imagine if he just had more shots in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had more opportunities. Imagine if Rui or all these other guys just had more opportunities in the first quarter, like they should. Then we're actually like, okay, this is a team. You feel confident.
Yeah, because you said Luka can get off any time, right? Like it doesn't matter where it is, and they're not going to be mad at him taking ill-advised shots. But like he a lot of the times feels like he needs to get the offense going and scoring as opposed to maybe like getting everybody else involved first. But he does get assists. But I talked about this in the pod before. It's like his assists I think are a little bit different. It's like you got 3 seconds left. You're gonna shoot it. You have to shoot it, right? Like, and some of the assists are open, but like it's different than like true playmaking. He's a great offensive player.
He cares more about the assists than he cares about actually getting the points.
He doesn't care about the hockey assists, about the extra pass early that leads to the other assists.
No.
Whereas I think Jokic cares more about just getting people involved.
Amen.
So that's really all I have on that topic.
Yeah. Anyway,
Western Conference. Anybody?
Yeah.
So far, Denver looking a little rough, but they beat the Lakers.
Denver looks rough. I don't care if Aaron Gordon's back. This is a team you have to pay attention to, no matter what. OKC, obviously.
I still don't think Shea gets enough love.
See, here's my we'll get to that in a second. I agree, but here's my thing. I'm actually a little bit worried because the Thunder really haven't had their team together very much, like in a full everybody healthy at the same time all year. And I'm assuming J Will or J Dub is going to be healthy when playoffs come. Shea's going to be healthier. Chet, whatever. But like, I don't know if it's bad that they haven't, or like, you know what I mean? Because like maybe now they just have less tread on the tires, they'll be ready to go. Or it's like, hey, we really haven't played together all that much. We're still trying to figure each other out. We tried other stuff, so I would be a little bit worried. I'm not gonna lie, but it's also the Thunder. They already
won last year.
I know they already have the chemistry. So
the one thing I'll say is I don't know if J Dub is going to be back to full 100%. With that whole wrist thing, but he still played well last year with that wrist injury. Yeah. He's coming back from it. Then he had the hamstring, which is never easy to come back from because you're always going to be kind of like thinking about it. So you would hope he gets some games before the playoffs happen. But I honestly, even if they play, like say they play the Clippers or maybe they play the Warriors, like those are going to be probably games they're not really worried about. Like as far as like they can really treat those as like let's get our feet wet games or like series. So I think that's what he needs to at least get ready. But I think the same thing for Aaron Gordon. Like, we do forget that they, like, not, even though they're high-level NBA players, they're just human beings. If you had not run for a while, if you had not played 5-on-5 in a game for a while, like, it doesn't matter how good you are. It's going to take you some time. Even look at Jokic, right? Like, I don't think Jokic ever missed that long ever, right?
Yeah.
And he's still not playing as well. Like, he's obviously putting up great numbers, but he'll tell you, like, he's not looking like he normally does. He's not making every like hook he makes. It's like he's missing threes and like he has a wrist injury.
Tatum was huffing and puffing today.
He airballed shot, missed a dunk. Like it's like you just have to remember like a lot of times you think these guys are all like superheroes because like they can jump and do all this stuff.
They are
but
super athletes.
They are, but it's like they still are like. Either way, like they can, their peak is their peak at athleticism, but it's the same. It's the same. Like whenever you're feeling tough about because you haven't been to the gym in a week, like
they're
gonna feel the same way, just at a higher level.
Amen. Anyway, here we go. It's watching hour.
Oh wow, okay.
Unless you got anything.
I got nothing else. I'm waiting for you. What World Baseball Classic? Anything else?
Yeah. I mean, I really got nothing besides Shohei. Shout out Japan. Who you got winning? Japan, USA. Venezuela,
Dominican Republic,
DR.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, hey,
did you not see how hyped they were in the exhibition game?
All I'm saying is they were. It was basically the same team. Obviously, I think was it 4 years ago or 2 years ago?
I think it's 4. It must be 4 because it was Mike Trout and Shohei was on the team.
Right. So it was a very similar team 4 years ago, and they didn't even make it to like the finals.
Interesting.
They lost because Japan was locked in because the U.S. is locked in. Like
who else is on Japan? Like, is it anybody else from the MLB?
No, but the Japan Baseball League is not comparable.
So does Shohei come in there and they're like, oh my god, like how does it work?
Because I think it's like if you're the best of the best, you'll go to the MLB. Yeah, but it's still like a good league. It's all like
no, it is
right.
Like there a lot of good players are from the Japan League,
right?
JPL or JP?
JPL or JBL.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, they're pretty good. They got. I mean, look. Remember, Yoshi started that game. Shohei closed.
Wow.
Like they saw Newt Bar out there.
That was in the championship game.
Yes.
Wow.
They had Newt Bar out there. They had who else is on there? Suzuki, who was on Seiya Suzuki.
Yes, on the Cubs.
The new guy Murakami, who's on the Padres. I think he's on the Padres.
I'm not sure.
Murakami, whatever. Yeah. He's tough. He was on that team. He's on the team now. Like. I think Kim is still on the team, you know? So they got some guys, man. And look, we all know this. They've been playing together forever. Just like,
that's the March Madness.
MLB, these guys have not been playing together forever.
It's like the Olympic team. It always works that way. They're just like, we're going to collect all these stars. Yep. I do think it's a little bit different, a tad in baseball, because it is just like, inherently
get your guys.
singular.
Get
like,
your guys.
yeah, like we're gonna have Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge doesn't have to learn the playbook, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to learn where LeBron's gonna be on this cut, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna. It's a little bit different, maybe in the outfield and stuff
NFL.
like that. Yeah, in the NFL, yeah, exactly. Like same thing. You have to like learn the playbook. Like it's all a team. That's why like a team with like a less talented team might win more games because it's like they have a great scheme and they're working out well together. But
and I think it's 3-game series, which I love. 3-game is great. Like it's better. Than,
I thought it was even better. I thought it was best. I thought it was just best of one.
I could be wrong. I
think is it not pool play and then it's just like single elimination?
I could be wrong. I really don't know. That
I feel
sounds
like
right.
there'd be a lot of games for these
World
guys
Cup
already. I feel like there'd be a lot of games.
Yeah, but you play a lot, right? It's baseball.
Yeah, but you're playing 162 and then you're playing how many from here? Like Logan Webb's already pitching in a real game.
It gave up a bomb on his first at bat.
To Manny Ramirez's brother. Sorry, son.
Really?
You not know that?
Oh, I couldn't hear the TV.
They said Manny being Manny. Oh, you were watching the game?
Yeah.
That's okay. Could you text me about it?
I told you
why
the
are you watching
meatball.
it?
The meatball.
91 miles an hour. Watching hour. Let's go.
We actually didn't watch anything last Saturday or last weekend, but we did watch Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. I think it's just outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah.
Not of. And I thought it was a very solid movie.
Solid.
Yeah. Well, like I gave my letterbox review. I actually forgot to write something.
I think it was good. I didn't love the ending, but that's like kind of like how I guess again it wasn't a blockbuster film. Yeah, so like that's just kind of, and I guess I'm getting better at like being like, okay, this is actually how movies should end because this is how real life ends.
Right.
That's what I think I'm getting more like. Oh, I think what was the movie that I forgot what movie it was that really clicked for me. I think it was a couple watching hours
Collateral?
ago. No, not Collateral.
Before vs. Ferrari?
Maybe. No, it wasn't that one. I'm not sure. Whatever. We talked about this before, but I was like,
Weapons?
It might have been that. Yeah, I think it was Weapons. Yeah, exactly. Like we're like, it doesn't. Not everything's gonna end happy, right? Like this is life, right?
C'est la vie.
So that was interesting to me. The way like they didn't find who did it, but like they're gonna find somebody who did something.
Yeah,
and at least have justice that way. But the sad reality of it is that you won't have justice in a lot of areas, and like if something happens to you, like you might not find justice.
That's true.
So like that's sad, honestly.
It is sad, but
you want to close the loop, you want closure, but you don't
again,
get it.
if they were trying to sell popcorn buckets and movie tickets, they would have found the guy, killed him, skinned him alive, or burned him. Similar to what happened to the daughter, right? And like, okay, well, yeah, that's like a movie, but this is like more filmy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's just the difference. Either way, my ranking, I gave it 3.5 stars on Letterboxd, 3.5 out of 5. So I'd give it around probably about a 7.6.
I think I'd be around. I think I'd just be a little lower, 7.3.
Okay.
I think it was a good movie.
What'd you give?
Don't remember.
Just give it again. Weapons. What'd you give that?
Oh, I didn't give it higher. I think it was like 8 or 7.8, something like that. Yeah, I think it was around there. Yeah. So Weapons was good. I like Weapons a lot. It was very interesting.
Yeah, the Woman's might win an Oscar.
Wow.
Even though she was on the screen for 13 minutes.
Is that crazy? So is that the lowest? Like, what's the lowest?
Anthony Hopkins for Silence of the Lambs.
But what is there like a threshold you need, like snap count percentage? So it doesn't matter. You can be on for 2 seconds and win.
It's even more impressive if you're on for 2 seconds and win. Anthony Hopkins was on, I forgot what it was. It was an insanely low number. It's like either 19 minutes or 29 minutes of a hour 40 movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was supporting. I'm pretty sure it was Best Actor.
Then that's crazy.
Yes, it is.
Because like Best Actor usually is in all moments of the time.
He was very good.
Yep. Not much else. Slow sports week. We're working out. We got a big March Madness Bracket challenge. We'll be talking about it more on everywhere we get our social media from, wherever you guys are. Big things coming. Great week.
We are still doing our March Madness Bracket group challenge, people, and we are on the second page of ESPN. All brackets. We have the second page, which is like, I think we're top 15.
Yeah.
All brackets.
Should that be
right?
video tonight?
And it should be. And user-created brackets, we are top 5. And really, we're number 1 if you include the fact that in these other people's brackets, they're allowed to make 25, and ours, we're only allowed to make 1.
Yeah.
So we actually are number 1, which is insane if you really think about it. So people, just join it. Link in bio. have some fun. There's a reward at the end of it
Yep.
if you have the most accurate bracket. So let it fly, people.
Thank y'all. And we will see y'all soon as always. We'll see y'all next week.
Stay locked.